Okay, I hope I'm audible and visible. Please confirm if I'm audible and visible. Nilesh, if you want to create a WhatsApp group, you have to help yourself. I cannot create a group for you. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच ऋषिका. वेरी गुड इवनिंग ऑल ऑफ यू. तो आज हम लोग स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं क्वेश्चंस टू प्रैक्टिस फ्रॉम द टॉपिक ऑर्डरिंग ऑफ सेंटेंसेस, जो कि बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट लगता है. लेकिन अगर आपने मेरे अपने कोर्स में जाके मेरे बताए हुए ट्रिक्स को फॉलो किए हो और उसके उन ट्रिक्स को अप्लाई करते हुए आपने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किया है, देन दिस टाइप ऑफ टॉपिक विल बी क्वाइट इजी फॉर यू, क्योंकि इस टॉपिक में tricks is everything. Once you understand the tricks, you are able to solve the question from this topic very easily. So before I begin, let me show you the live class schedule for today. Today is 26th of Feb और सुबह 9 बजे डेली डिफेंस अपडेट्स की क्लास हो चुकी है. एनडीए सीडीएस के लिए अभी 2 क्लासेस ही चल रही है. 12 बजे जीके का क्लास था विच वाज टेकन बाय दिव्यांशु सर, और अभी मेरे साथ इंग्लिश का क्लास है. फ्रॉम टुमारो जनरल साइंस क्लासेस विल resume, okay, at the usual time of 3:30. So this is the directions. Quickly read it. ऑर्डरिंग ऑफ वर्ड्स इन अ सेंटेंस की तरह ही ऑर्डरिंग ऑफ सेंटेंसेस टॉपिक है. इसमें आपको एक पैसेज मिलता है जिसमें 6 सेंटेंसेस रहते हैं, 6 सेंटेंसेस. फर्स्ट और सिक्स्थ यानी लास्ट सेंटेंस आपको बताया जाता है कि पहला कौन सा सेंटेंस है इस पैसेज का, लास्ट कौन सा सेंटेंस है, और बीच के 4 सेंटेंसेस को जम्बल्ड अप किया जाता है. सो यू हैव टू पुट देम इन प्रॉपर ऑर्डर. ओके, सो आई विल गिव यू 1 minute टाइम फॉर एवरी क्वेश्चन टू सॉल्व. So this is the first question. S1 is there have been many myths about women in world literature. और S6 है he filled his rower's ears with wax and had himself bound to the mast so that he could hear the sweet singing without diving overboard to his death. As soon as you have got the answer, please reply, please answer in the chat. Very easy question. If you can understand S1 के बाद कौन सा सेंटेंस आएगा, you will know the answer. S1 के बाद कौन सा सेंटेंस आ रहा है? वेरी इजी गाइस, फटाफट बताओ. S1 के बाद क्या आएगा? P आएगा, Q आएगा या R आएगा? That you have to understand. It's a very, very easy question. There have been many myths about women in world literature. So the next sentence that will come after S1 is R. Odysseus' encounter with the sirens during his return home after the fall of Troy is typical of this. This means of what? Of the myths that we had heard about women in world literature. So the right answer for this question is D, RQSP. Q and S will come together because S में है their songs. Whose songs? The songs of the siren, which have been talked about in Q. So RQSP is the right combination. Next question. Very easy, guys. Very easy question. Next one. S1, when Wiener was traveling in India, he visited a factory where he saw small, frail children sitting on damp ground. S6 is recently he has published this book and it is winning him acclaim all over the world. You have to identify two sentences that will go with one another. And those sentences are, what do you think are the two sentences? B. Nilesh is saying B. Absolutely right answer, Nilesh. QP is the combination. So he asked, what are they doing there? And the answer he got that was that they were weaving carpets there. So it's like question and answer. So QP combination aapko dhoondna tha, which is there only in B. So B is your answer. Absolutely right. Next. S1. We must never allow ourselves to lapse into the evil habit of borrowing money from others. S6. We must not confuse money lending with generosity. Okay, Ishika is saying C, RSQP. All right. The answer is D. It is not RSQP. It is SPRQ. SPRQ. Lending क्यों खराब है? If borrowing is bad, lending is worse. Why that is so? It is explained in Q. Even if we are fortunate enough to possess surplus wealth, we should care not to lend out money indiscriminately. Okay, so R and Q are connected to each other. Why? Because in both the sentences lending के बारे में हमें बताया जा रहा है और आर क्यू क्यू एंड में आ रहा है क्योंकि आर क्यू के बाद ही S6 आ रहा है जो अगेन मनी लेंडिंग के बारे में बात कर रही है. We must not confuse money lending with generosity. Okay, so RQ combination will come at the end. Next question. S1. As I say, I was born and brought up in an atmosphere of the confluence of three movements, all of which were revolutionary. And S6 is he should not only have his own seeds but prepare his own soil. So, Yishika, if you're not able to understand how to solve, you have to go through the course, go through the tricks. Okay, you will understand. In these classes, I'm not going to explain the tricks. This is batch 2 of the live class. In batch 1 of the live class, I have already explained. So please follow the batch 1 live classes on this topic. You'll get to know the tricks, and for better understanding, you follow the course on this topic. Okay, there are concept lectures where I have explained all the tricks. So this classes are only for practicing. So you should do the homework. Okay, I cannot again explain the tricks in detail. Okay, so इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर हो जाएगा ऑप्शन सी. ओके, PSRQ. Now why P will come at the beginning? Because S1 में बताया जा रहा है I was born and brought up in an atmosphere of the confluence of three movements, है ना. और P में बताया जा रहा है I was born in a family. तो ये born birth के बारे में ही it is talking about. Okay, and it's also talking about the speaker. I was born and brought up. I was born in a family. So इसलिए S1 के बाद P आ रहा है. Okay, P के बाद आएगा S. The medium of expression doubtless was my mother tongue. Again the same pattern is continued. मैं बड़ी हुई थी इस ऐसे फैमिली में, मेरा मदर टंग था. The medium of expression, okay, was my mother tongue. Okay, तो इसीलिए P and S will come one after the other. All right. Moving on now to next question. Guys, if you're coming to these live classes for practicing without going through the lectures, the concept lectures or the live class batch 1, okay, and you're blindly coming to the class, you won't be able to solve the questions properly. Okay, so it's important that you do the homework and that you come prepared in the class and not blindly. So next question is this one, S1. Proverbs contain homely but universal truths. S6, they are every man's philosophy. Okay, Mihir is saying A is the answer. Q से start होगा. Okay, let's see. The answer is D. It is not A. Q से start नहीं होगा. Proverbs contain homely but universal truths. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो translatable होंगे. So, okay. So the first sentence that will come is many of them had their birth in folk literature. Folk literature से बहुत सारे proverbs जो है वो आए हैं. उसके बाद होगा they point out the incongruities of situations in life. Then it will come naturally. Therefore, they are translatable from one language to another because situations in life are common for every language, for every people. Therefore, they are translatable. Okay, so S will come, उसके बाद P आएगा, उसके बाद Q आएगा, लास्ट में आएगा R. Therefore, their appeal is direct because it is translatable from one language to another. Okay, चलो next question. S1, the city is almost a slum and stinks most of the time. S6, but some visitors came away with the unforgettable sight of young laborers scantily clad. Okay, now Aryan is saying C, मतलब R से start हो रहा है. How it is related, Aryan? The city is almost a slum and stinks most of the time. They were excited. Who were excited? It is not said in S1, right? So R से तो start नहीं होगा. So Mihir is saying D, absolutely right. Mihir is right. Q D से S से start होगा. Even so, even if the city is looking like a slum and it is stinking most of the time, it looked beautiful to tourists of various categories. So S will come after S1. This is very natural common sense. Okay. So S1 के बाद S आएगा. That is why D will be the right answer. Okay. Very good. Next question. S1, I never took payment for speaking. S6, in this way, I secured perfect freedom of speech and was warned against the accusation of being a professional agitator. यहाँ पे warned है, it will be N. Okay, warned. What will be the answer? Jayesh is saying C. Okay. SQPR. एक और ऑप्शन में PR है लास्ट में. देखिए A ऑप्शन में भी PR is there at the end, but it is QSPR. So now compare if you are right. Will it be SQ or QSPR? P से पहले डिसाइड करो Q आएगा या S आएगा. Jayesh is right. Jayesh is on the right track. But Jayesh is saying C, PR will come at the end, which is okay. तो पी आर से पहले मतलब पी से पहले क्या आएगा? विल इट बी क्यू और विल इट बी एस? मैं आंसर बता देती हूँ, आंसर होगा ऑप्शन बी। ओके, क्यू एस आर पी। ओके, क्यू एस आर पी। इट इज नॉट पी आर, इट इज आर पी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, सेकेंड क्यू एस होगा। ठीक है, तो क्यू क्यू होगा, देखो एस वन में बताया जा रहा है नेवर टुक पेमेंट फॉर स्पीकिंग। इट ऑफन हैपेंड दैट प्रोविंशियल संडे सोसाइटीज ऑफर्ड मी द यूजुअल 10, यहाँ पे गिनी होगा, गिनी फी, to give the usual sort of lecture, avoiding controversial politics and religion. I always replied that I never lectured on anything but very controversial politics and religion. So QS will come together. उसके बाद आएगा नॉट पी आर बट आर पी। ठीक है, occasional to avoid embarrassing other lecturers, the account was settled by a debit and credit entry, etc., etc. Then P में होगा, the Sunday Society would then assure me that on these terms I might lecture on anything I liked and how I liked. In this way, I secured perfect freedom of speech. Okay, so P will come at the end. All right, moving on to the next question. Very easy. S1. The Bhagavad Gita recognizes the nature of man and the needs of man. S6. A man who does not harmonize them is not truly human. यहाँ पे whom के जगह who होगा, okay? Not whom. Who does not harmonize them is not truly human. Nilesh is saying C, and you are absolutely right. कैसे पता चला नीलेश को? जयेश भी right है. Look at P. All these three aspects constitute the nature of man. What three? It is said in Q. It shows how the human being is rational one, an ethical one, and a spiritual one. So QP combination उनको ढूंढना था जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ C में है. That is how they got the answer. Very good. Next one. S1. One of the most dangerous insect pests is the locust. S6. At this stage, they gather in huge numbers and rise from the ground on their powerful wings in cloud. Again, try to find two sentences that can go with one another. D. QSRP. Are you sure RP होगा जयेश? R and P होगा? R के बाद P होगा? या P के बाद R होगा? At first, they look just like ordinary grasshoppers, which are harmless and unable to fly very far. Then they change in appearance and develop wings, which enable them to fly long distance. क्या होगा? PR. So PR combination कहाँ है? सिर्फ और सिर्फ C में है. So Nilesh is right. QSPR is the right combination. ठीक है? Very easy. Next one. S1. Smoke oozed up between the planks. S6. Most people bore the shock bravely. First thing that you need to do is understand by reading the first and last sentence. फर्स्ट सेंटेंस के बाद कौन सा सेंटेंस आएगा, लास्ट सेंटेंस से पहले कौन सा आएगा, ठीक है। Okay, Nilesh is saying D, Q, S, R, P. The answer is A. Nilesh is half right, almost there. Q, P will come at the end. So this Nilesh has already understood. Very good. Passengers were told to be ready to quit the ship. Most people and passengers are connected. Most people board the shock bravely. कि उनको शिप छोड़ना पड़ेगा, तो इसीलिए P will come at the end. लेकिन P से पहले Q आएगा या R आएगा, ये जानने को important है. The rising gale fanned the smoldering fire, or is it everyone now knew there was fire on board? It is QP, है ना, क्योंकि बहुत ज्यादा फायर हो गया है ना, लग गया फायर, इसीलिए पैसेंजर्स को बोला गया था. सो QP कॉम्बिनेशन विल कम. ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. S1. We must also understand that the fruits of labor are sweeter than the gifts of fortune. S6. The best life, therefore, is lived both in thought and two sentences which you can match. PQRS में ऐसा दो सेंटेंस है. What are those two sentences? सी RQPS होगा या PSRQ होगा? You are right, Nilesh. PS will be there, right? Moreover, too much of thinking is also a disease. It keeps us depressed and gloomy. तो PS कॉम्बिनेशन तो हमें मिल गया, लेकिन PSA में भी है, PSC में भी है. तो अब हमें देखना है PS पहले आएगा या PS लास्ट में आएगा. Nilesh has said that PS will come at the end. Are you sure? Okay, let's check if that is the answer. Okay, the answer is, okay, it's not B, it is actually C. Okay, it's not B, it is C itself. क्यों लास्ट में आएगा? क्योंकि लास्ट यहाँ पे S6 में बताया जा रहा है द बेस्ट लाइफ देयरफॉर इज लिव्ड बोथ इन थॉट एंड डीड. क्योंकि ज्यादा आप सोचने लग गए तो वो डिजीज है जिससे आप डिप्रेस्ड और ग्लूमी हो सकते हैं. इसलिए बेस्ट लाइफ क्या है कि आप थॉट और डीड दोनों में ही जिंदा रहो. सो PS विल कम एट द एंड. सो नीलेश इज एब्सोल्युटली राइट, और RQ तो आएगा ही आएगा. ठीक है, ऑल राइट. नेक्स्ट, S1. The mail is first collected from different letter boxes. S6. Finally, it is delivered to us. Very easy question. Here is saying A. Q, P, R, S. You're absolutely right, Mihir. So Q will come. After that, P will come. उसके बाद R आएगा. उसके बाद last में S आएगा. Okay? Yes, very good. Next one. S1. I took cigarettes from my case. S6. Then he continues to draw on it. C. Mihir is saying C, Q, S, R, P. Aryan is saying D. इसका आंसर होगा C. ठीक है, so Mihir is right. Q, S, R, P is the right answer. S1 के बाद Q आएगा. I lit one of them and placed it between the lips. उसके बाद आएगा slowly he took a pull at it and coughed violently. Then with a feeble hand he removed the cigarette, but when the fit of coughing was over, he replaced it between his lips. Then he continues to draw on it. Next question. S1. It is true we cannot bring about social equality by law, and that therefore there are still inequalities in Indian society. S6, the secular state as found in India recognizes the importance of religion to the individual by giving him freedom to practice it and tell others about it within the limits of the constitution. इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन बहुत कॉमनली पूछा जाता है एनडीए सीडीएस में. नीलेश इज सेइंग ए, RPQS. You are there, yes, Nilesh. R will be there at the beginning of the sentence, so you are right. R will be there at the beginning, but is there any other answer? This is a problem common to many countries. Nilesh is almost there. R से start होगा, S से end होगा. Yes. But is it RPQS or RQPS? R के बाद P आएगा या Q आएगा? Okay, I'll give you the answer. The answer is A. So you are absolutely right, Nilesh. R से start हो जाएगा, उसके बाद P आएगा. In the United States of America, what happened there, it is being talked about. It's an example कि कैसे ऐसा प्रॉब्लम बाकी देशों में भी मिलता है. So R के बाद P will come. उसके बाद आएगा Q. It takes time for people to change your way of thinking. It is only when we realize that social equality means not only that men are equal before the law, but also in the eyes of God, that we can begin to have a completely cashless society. So it will take time for people to change this kind of thinking, right? So absolutely right answer. Very good. Next one. S1, the role of the precious yellow metal is undergoing a dramatic change. S6, again, it would not be an economic proposition to buy and sell gold ornaments as an instrument of investment, as buying would be costlier and selling will be at a discount. These kind of questions are very commonly asked, okay, from this topic in NDA CDS. आप देख सकते हैं चारों ऑप्शंस में से दो ऑप्शन पी से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, दो एस से. तो यू हैव टू डिसाइड पी से स्टार्ट होगी या एस से स्टार्ट होगा. तो रीड द फर्स्ट सेंटेंस. Mihir is saying P से start होगा. B. PSRQ. Okay. Is Mihir right? Or is it PSQR? Okay, I'll give you the answer. The answer is D. Okay. So SPRQ. It is not starting with P. It is SPRQ. S1 के बाद S आएगा. The maxim larger the gold reserves, richer the country, will not hold good for a long time. Why? Because in developing countries like India, where gold is used mainly for ornaments, a distinct change in attitude is in the offing. The yellow metal will soon be treated as an investment instrument. And then it will be slowly the use of gold in the form of ornaments will be on the decline. And even if gold prices shoot up, women folk would not like to sell off their ornaments. So it is basically that though we are considering gold as an investment instrument, the women who are actually buying gold, they will not sell off the ornaments. Okay, so RQ combination should be there. Moving on now to the next question. S1. While talking to a group, one should feel self-confident and courageous. S6. Any man can develop his capacity if he has the desire to do so. B. Okay. Mihir is saying B. QSPR. Okay. SP combination, Mihir is identifying. But SP combination is there in A as well. Okay. Let me give you the answer. It is B. So Mihir is absolutely right. So it will be while talking to a group, one should feel self-confident and courageous. One should also learn how to think calmly and clearly. It is not as difficult as most men imagine, nor is it a gift bestowed by providence on only a few. It is like the ability to play golf. Any man can develop his capacity if he has the desire to do so. Very good, Mihir. Next question. S1. Silence is unnatural to man. S6. He knows that 99% of human conversation means no more than the buzzing of a fly, but he longs to join in the buzz and prove that he is a man and not a waxwork figure. B. Okay. Jayesh is saying PRQS. Okay. All right. Let us check if that is our answer. The answer is D. ऐसा क्यों है? एस क्यू कॉम्बिनेशन है, देखो एस क्यू कॉम्बिनेशन, एस क्यू कॉम्बिनेशन सिर्फ और सिर्फ डी में है, इसीलिए हमारा आंसर है। इसमें क्या बोल रहा है कि बिगिंस विद अ क्राई एंड एंड्स इट इन स्टिलनेस। जन्म और मृत्यु के बारे में बात हो रही है। जब कोई बच्चा जन्म लेता है ही बिगिंस टू क्राई, और जब कोई मरता है ही एंड्स इट इन स्टिलनेस। क्यू में बता जा रहा है इन द इंटरवल, मतलब जन्म और मृत्यु के बीच में जो इंटरवल है, जो लाइफ वो जी रहा है, he does all he can to make a noise in the world. So that is why SQ combination will be together. Understood? Chalo, next one. S1, the future beckons to us. S6, there is no resting for any one of us till we redeem our pledge is full. Sorry, our pledge in full. क्या होगा आंसर? Okay, I'm giving you the answer for this question. C. Very good. Very good. Jayesh is right. Absolutely. Answer is C. QSRP. The future beckons to us. Where do we go and what shall be our endeavor? It will be to bring freedom and opportunity to the common man. We shall also have to fight and end poverty, ignorance, and disease. In fact, we have hard work ahead. So, very good answer. Next question. Here it is, S1. Most people know that economics deals with such items as population, natural resources, incomes, tariffs, money, and prices. S6, from this view, human behavior is seen as activity directed towards the achievement of various objectives through the use of various resources. Look at the words instead, however, indeed. इनको आप right way में place कीजिए. These words are going to help you to know which sentence will come before and after. Okay, both Mihir and Nilesh are saying B. QPSR. Okay, let's check. The answer is C. It is not B. It is C. R से start होगा. क्यों S1 में बताया जा रहा है इकोनॉमिक्स किन किन चीजों से डील कर रहा है? पॉपुलेशन, नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज, इनकम्स, टैरिफ्स. Indeed, R कह रहा है the list of topics can be greatly extended. However, it is not what economics deals with that makes it a distinctive science, right? What it is then? Instead, it is how it organizes and analyzes its material. It is the perspective from which it views the world that makes it a special field of study. So QP combination will also come here. So पहले R आएगा, the list of topics can be greatly extended. उसके बाद आएगा Q, उसके बाद आएगा P. So R, Q, P, and then lastly S. Okay? Chalo, next. S1. As he passed beneath her, he heard the swish of her wings. S6. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outwards. Very easy question. क्या होगा आंसर? It will be C, okay? QSRP. The monstrous terror seized him. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. He was not falling headlong now. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outwards, right? Moving on to the next question. S1, of the scholars who compose a university, some may be expected to devote an unbroken leisure to learning, their fellows having the advantage of their knowledge from their conversation and the world perhaps from their writings. S6, their classes of persons then go to compose a university as we know it, the scholar who is also a teacher, and those who come to be taught, the undergraduate. Jayesh is saying A, QPSR. The answer is A. Very good, Jayesh. Very good. So S1 के बाद आएगा Q, उसके बाद आएगा P, और उसके बाद आएगा S, उसके बाद आएगा R, और लास्ट में आएगा S6. So very good, everyone. Just try. जो लोग को नहीं समझ आ रहा है, please do try again by going through the tricks which I have taught in the concept lectures. Okay. Also watch the live batch 1 ka classes. Okay, next question. S1. Several subsidies have been planned around the capital. S6. Hopefully, the housing problem will not be as acute. It's not cute, okay? It's as acute is missing as at present after these subsidies are built. क्या होगा आंसर? डी, क्यू आर एस पी। क्यू में है, दे आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू एलिविएट द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ हाउसिंग, इट इज कमिंग अप इन द साउथ वेस्ट ऑफ द कैपिटल। क्या क्यू एंड आर रिलेटेड है? आर में बताया जा रहा है इट इज कमिंग अप, व्हाट इज कमिंग अप, इज इट टॉक्ड अबाउट इन क्यू, जयेश? द राइट आंसर इज सी, ओके। क्यू पी आर एस, द्वारका इज द फर्स्ट अमंग देम, इसीलिए इट जो है वो द्वारका को बताया जा रहा है। इट इज कमिंग अप इन द साउथ वेस्ट ऑफ द कैपिटल, इट विल cater to 1 million people when completed. So after P, R will come and then S will come. Understood? So Q, P, R, S, and they are expected to alleviate the problem of housing. Who are they? Several subsidies. So Q will come after S1. All right. Next question. S1. Far away in a little street, there is a poor house. S6. His mother has nothing to give but water, so he is crying. It's a story basically. बताओ जल्दी जल्दी, इसके लिए तो सोचना ही नहीं है कुछ भी। क्या होगा आंसर? फार अवे इन अ लिटिल स्ट्रीट देयर इज अ पुअर हाउस, उसके बाद कौन सा सेंटेंस आएगा? पी, क्यू, आर और एस? बी, P will come, Nilesh, after S1. Far away in a little street, there is a poor house. Her face is thin and worn. Who is she? It is not talked about in S1. Please be rational and logical. Don't give blindly answers which are not even matching. After S1, Q will come, na? One of the windows is open. Window of the house that we are talking about. And through it, I can see a poor woman. उसके बाद आएगा her face is thin and worn. Poor woman के बारे में बताया जा रहा है. So answer is C. Absolutely. Next question, S1. Go to the library and see the clerk. S6. He stamps the books with a date. Jayesh is saying A, P, Q, R, S. The right answer is B, Q, R, P, S. Okay. So go to the library and see the clock. You will probably have to sign a form promising to take care of the books. Then it will come. Then you're usually given 2 or 3 tickets with your name and address on them. When you have chosen the books you wish to take home, you take them to the clerk with the tickets. The clerk keeps the ticket until you return the books. Okay. Next question. S1. A noise started above their heads. S6. Nearly 200 lives were lost on the fateful day. A. Mihir is saying A is the answer. The answer is C. A कैसे आंसर होगा? R थोड़ी आ रहा है 6 से पहले. It was a dangerous thing to do. Nearly 200 lives were lost on the fateful day. No, S से खत्म होगा. है ना? For within minutes the ship began to sink. Nearly 200 lives were lost on the fateful day. So S will come before S6. So it is QPRS. A noise started above their heads. Why? That was to show everyone that there was something wrong. But what happened? People did not take it seriously. It was a dangerous thing to do because what happened? Within minutes, the ship began to sink and 200 lives were lost. Okay. Next question. S1. This is the story of a tramp that, or tram, however you want to pronounce, that woke up at dead of night and went off on a trip all by itself to end in a disaster. S6, as a result, when the power supply was restored in the early morning, the tram began to move. Again, it's like a story. क्या होगा आंसर? It's option B, very easy. S1 में बताया जा रहा है that how the tram woke up at the dead of the night and went off on a trip all by itself to end in a disaster. P में बताया जा रहा है in the early morning of 19 January, it suddenly started backing out of the depot on its own. It went up a quarter of a mile away, crashed into state bus which caught fire, went it smashed it into an electric feeder box and a water tap. Tramway source explains that power supply to the overhead wires at the siding had been switched off for some repair work. There was presumably some defect in the reversal handle of the tram and its main switch had not been put off. Next question, S1. And then Gandhi came. S6. Political freedom took new shape then and acquired a new content then. क्या होगा आंसर? A, P, R, S, Q. The answer is D. Okay. SRQP. SRQP. SR combination is the important combination here. क्यों? S में बताया जा रहा है he didn't descend from the top. He seemed to emerge from the masses of India. R में बोल रहे हैं he spoke their language. किसका? Masses. And constantly drew their attention. Kiska? Masses. So SR combination will be there. Okay. So S के बाद आएगा R, उसके बाद आएगा Q. He was like a powerful current of fresh air, like a beam of light, like a whirlwind that upset many things. And P will come at the end because this is how political freedom took new shape. All right. Next question, S1. She used to work at the desk next to mine in the office several years ago. S6, I'm glad that their demands have been accepted. B, RQPS. The answer is A, QRPS. Okay, she used to work at the desk next to mine in the office several years ago. She is certain to be still there in the same old brown suit and fur-lined boots. She was as kind as she was efficient, but it must have been exasperating that a male sitting beside her was doing the same work as she was and being paid more. Now she and all her friends have won their long campaign for the justice of equal pay to be recognized. I'm glad that their demands have been accepted. Okay. So A is the right answer. Next question, S1. The time has come for us to consider seriously the question of a Bharat brand of English. S6. Bharat English will respect the rule of law and maintain the dignity of grammar, but still have a Swadeshi stamp about it. इसका मैं आंसर बता देती हूँ. इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर होगा सी. ओके, SRPQ. SRPQ will be the right answer. Okay. Next question, last one. S1. In the 18th century, people expected most of their children to die before they were grown up. S6. There is no obvious limit to the improvement of health that can be brought about by medicine. B. QRPS. Are you sure? Q के बाद R आएगा या R के बाद Q आएगा? क्या होगा? R के बाद Q आएगा, उसके बाद P आएगा, उसके बाद S आएगा. Okay. So the right answer is A. It is PSRQ. PSRQ. Okay. No, the answer is C. RQPS. Not A. All right. So पहले आएगा R. In 1920, the infant mortality in England and Wales was 80%. In 1940, it was 34%. The general death rate in 1948 was the lowest ever recorded up to that date. Improvement began at the beginning of the 19th century, chiefly owing to vaccination. It has continued ever since and is still continuing. There is no obvious limit to the improvement of health that can be brought about by medicine. Okay, so C is the right answer for this. Now, in tomorrow's class, we are going to move on to our next topic, which will be very easy and it will be comprehension. So, comprehension के related questions कल हम practice करेंगे. जिन लोगों को आज के क्लास में समझ नहीं आया कि क्वेश्चन का आंसर हमने कैसे सॉल्व किया, मैं बार बार बता रही हूँ आपको कि कॉन्सेप्ट जो लेक्चर्स मैंने दिया हुआ है, प्रोवाइड किया हुआ है कोर्स में ऑन दिस टॉपिक, गो थ्रू देम. देयर आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड द ट्रिक्स. I have also explained the tricks again in live classes of the batch 1. So you can also go through the live classes of this topic of batch 1 and you will know that how we have solved the questions in those classes. Okay. And you can again re-practice these similar questions using the tricks that you have learned. You will know how you have or how you can solve them easily. Okay. If you have any question now, you may ask. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow.